You want to support Roland Martin Unfiltered? Be sure to join our Bring the Funk fan club. Every dollar that you give to us supports our daily digital show. There's only one daily digital show out here that keeps it black and keep it real as Roland Martin Unfiltered. Support the Roland Martin Unfiltered daily digital show by going to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. Our goal is to get 20,000 of our fans contributing $50 each for the whole year. You can make this possible. RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. Before I go to you, Julian, let's go to Capitol Hill. Breaking news. This is live video of the Democrats walking across the U.S. Capitol to deliver the impeachment documents to the United States Senate.
conduct of the trial, exhibit the article of impeachment to the Senate, and take all other actions necessary, which may include the following: employing legal, clerical, and other necessary assistance, and incurring such other expenses as may be necessary to be paid from amounts available to the Committee on the Judiciary under applicable expense resolutions or from the applicable accounts of the House of Representatives. 2, sending for persons and papers and filing with the Secretary of the Senate on the part of the House of Representatives any pleadings in conjunction with or subsequent to the exhibition of the articles of impeachment that the managers consider necessary. Nancy Pelosi, Speaker of the House of Representatives. With the permission of the Senate, I will now read the article of impeachment. House Resolution 24 in the House of Representatives, United States, January 13th, 2021. Resolved that Donald John Trump, President of the United States, is impeached for high crimes and misdemeanors, and that the following article of impeachment be exhibited to the United States Senate. Article of impeachment exhibited by the House of Representatives of the United States of America in the name of itself and of the people of the United States of America against Donald John Trump, President of the United States of America, in maintenance and support of its impeachment against him for high crimes and misdemeanors. Article 1, incitement of insurrection. The Constitution provides that the House of Representatives shall have the sole power of impeachment, and the President shall be removed from office on impeachment for and conviction of treason, bribery, or other high crimes and misdemeanors. Further, Section 3 of the 14th Amendment to the Constitution prohibits any person who has, quote, engaged in insurrection or rebellion against the United States from holding any office under the United States, unquote. In his conduct while President of the United States and in violation of his constitutional oath faithfully to execute the office of the President of the United States and to the best of his ability preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States, and in violation of his constitutional duty to take care that the laws be faithfully executed, Donald John Trump engaged in high crimes and misdemeanors by inciting violence against the government of the United States. In that, on January 6, 2021, pursuant to the 12th Amendment to the Constitution of the United States, the Vice President of the United States, the House of Representatives, and the Senate met at the United States Capitol for a joint session of Congress to count the votes of the Electoral College. In the months preceding the joint session, President Trump repeatedly issued false...
So again, folks, what's happening is the U.S. House, they are reading the impeachment proceedings against Donald Trump right now on the U.S. Senate floor. This will then kick off the trial of Donald Trump, which will begin on February 8th. Let's go back to the U.S. Senate.
Were federal officials. Shortly before the joint session commenced, President Trump addressed a crowd at the Ellipse in Washington, D.C. There, he reiterated false claims that we won this election and we won it by a landslide. He also willfully made statements that in context encouraged and foreseeably resulted in lawless action at the Capitol, such as, if you don't fight like hell, you're not going to have a country anymore. Thus incited by President Trump, members of the crowd he had addressed in an attempt to, among other objectives, interfere with the joint session's solemn constitutional duty to certify the results of the 2020 presidential election, unlawfully breached and vandalized the Capitol, injured and killed law enforcement personnel, menaced members of Congress, the Vice President, and congressional personnel, and engaged in other violent, deadly, destructive, and seditious acts. President Trump's conduct on January 6, 2021 followed his prior efforts to subvert and obstruct the certification of the results of the 2020 presidential election. Those prior efforts included a phone call on January 2nd, 2021, during which President Trump urged the Secretary of State of Georgia, Brad Raffensperger, to, quote, find enough votes to overturn the Georgia presidential election results, and threatened Secretary Raffensperger if he failed to do so. In all this, President Trump gravely endangered the security of the United States and its institutions of government. He threatened the integrity of the democratic system, interfered with the peaceful transition of power, and imperiled a co-equal branch of government. He thereby betrayed his trust as president to the manifest injury of the people of the United States. Wherefore, Donald John Trump, by such conduct has demonstrated that he will remain a threat to national security, democracy, and the Constitution if allowed to remain in office, and has acted in a manner grossly incompatible with self-governance and the rule of law. Donald John Trump thus warrants impeachment and trial, removal from office, and disqualification to hold and enjoy any office of honor, trust, or profit under the United States. Nancy Pelosi, Speaker of the House of Representatives. Mr. President, that completes the exhibition of the article of impeachment against Donald John Trump, President of the United States. The managers request that the Senate take order for the trial. The managers now request leave to withdraw.
Thank you, Mr. Raskin. And the Senate will duly notify the House of Representatives when it is ready to proceed with the trial. Thank you.
So with that, what happens, folks, is the House members, once they have done this here, they then are escorted out of the Senate chamber. And that's what is going on right now. They will return back to the House chamber. They have to get permission to come onto the floor of the United States Senate to address the Senate. One of the reasons why you also see the camera switching is because the camera that is in the U.S. House that's also in the area there, the hallways of the Capitol, is different from the camera that's in the U.S. Senate. And so they really are operated as their own institutions. Let's go to our panel. We can keep that feed going. Let's bring in Mustafa first. Mustafa, first time in history you're likely going to have. First of all, history has been made. Never before in history has a president been impeached. The Senate trial is all about whether he gets convicted or acquitted. The question is, are you going to have 17 Republicans with the guts to stand up and convict Donald Trump?
Well, that is the question to be answered. It is a historical moment, but it's a historical moment that we should not be in. And we should not be in it because folks had the opportunity, just 2 years ago, almost less than 2 years ago, to actually convict Donald Trump when he was impeached the first time. And there was a lot of complicit actions by folks who are in the Senate and not moving forward with that. So in my estimation, they have some responsibility. And of course, we know there are some senators who, it's being said may have played a role in the breaching of the Capitol. But even going before that, they had the opportunity to stop him, to not go along with all the foolishness that he was doing. And he has been attacking democracy almost from the first moment that he came down and, first when he became the president. So they have some responsibility. The question is, have they evolved enough over the last couple of years to actually stand up and do the right thing?
Julian.
Mustafa, it's not the last couple of years. I mean, they've had a couple of weeks, really. All these people had to stand under their desks. They saw what happened. And for them to not convict this man suggests that they think that that's okay. Yes, there was a previous impeachment from the House that the Senate did not uphold. But this right now, if they can say this is okay, what they're saying is that they are prepared to live in terror. Because what happened on January 6th was terrorism. There's no way around it. I am pleased, and Jamie Raskin gets my high props and my sympathy. In the middle of his own personal tragedy with his son's death, he has maintained absolute integrity, absolute focus, absolute professionalism. But at the same time, what have these other folks done? Marco Rubio goes on television and says he doesn't think this makes any sense. No, Marco, you don't make any sense. Others, Ted Cruz, they don't want to manage this, but they've got to manage this, and that's where we are right now. Yep. You have someone who has spit on the Constitution, and, the few Republicans who stepped up, like Liz Cheney, Mitt Romney, they've said this is unacceptable. Why is it unacceptable for all of them?
Kelly, again, we are seeing these. We're seeing the House members walk back to the U.S. House. If we can, let's switch to that shot as well. They have delivered the articles of impeachment to the United States Senate. This trial is going to commence on February 8th to give Donald Trump time to hire his own defense team.
I mean, I don't even know what their defense would be at this point, but I do applaud the House for delivering these articles because it's necessary. I know a lot of the critique on the other side, the Republican side, regarding this matter is that we need to unify the country. Trump's no longer president, et cetera, et cetera. But if we really want to unite the country, we need to unite on this matter, in the matter of him actually not doing his job, literally not doing his job, and inciting terrorism. He incited domestic terrorism, and he incited it against his own vice president. So let's not forget, he told these people to march up to the Capitol, and because Pence wasn't with cheating at that very moment, Donald Trump said, forget him too. And these people followed. We cannot have a president who is in the highest office of the land inciting terrorism. And that's exactly what he did. There is precedent for the Senate to continue in this matter, even though he's no longer in office. So the argument of he's not even in office anymore, doesn't matter. No, it does matter, especially since he only had one term, which means that he, unless they don't convict, he has the opportunity to run again. If we don't do anything about this now.
Well, actually, even if he is convicted, they still have to have a separate vote to bar him from running for office. And so even if he's convicted, that doesn't guarantee that he cannot run again. A lot of people have been saying that that's not the case. Mustafa, this is very simple here. The question is, Republicans have to decide which side are y'all on. Are y'all on the side of insurrectionists, or y'all on the side of democracy? It's that simple.
Right. If they want to fully break the back of democracy, then don't do the right thing. You know, don't convict him. But if you truly believe in the oath that you took, if you truly believe in democracy, something you run around the country saying that you care about, and that others are not, are not patriots and all this other kind of stuff, your true colors are going to be shown. We're going to know if you're serious about our democracy or if you're not.
All right, folks, back to that Roland Martin Unfiltered video in just one moment.
It's time to be smart. When we control our institutions, we win. This is the most important news show on television of any racial background. Y'all put $2, $3, $4, $5, $10, $15, $20, $30 on this and keep this going. What you've done, Roland, since this crisis came out in full bloom. Anybody watching this, tell your friends. Go back and look at the last 2 weeks, especially of Roland Martin Unfiltered. I mean, hell, go back and look at the last 2 days. You've had sitting United States senators today, Klobuchar and Harris. Whatever you have that you can bring to Roland Martin Unfiltered to support it, please do, because this information may literally save your life.
Watch Roland Martin Unfiltered daily at 6 p.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, or Periscope, or go to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. Support the Roland Martin Unfiltered Daily Digital Show by going to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. Our goal is to get 20,000 of our fans contributing $50 each for the whole year. You can make this possible. RolandMartinUnfiltered.com.